We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
Hello, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys a video I haven't brought in a while. And you know, that's because I didn't think it warranted discussion for the past couple booster sets, but we're doing it for this one because this is an interesting one. Is investing in Dark Neostorm worth it? Is it worth buying sealed product for the set? And we're going to tackle that now. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm in the bed and all that stuff, and I haven't gotten up, well, because I kind of don't feel like it. But anyway, don't let me distract you. Anyway, so what determines, you know, a good set to buy, or what determines a good core set worthy enough for purchase sealed? Well, the first thing we generally look at is the secret rares. How good are the secret rare cards? You know, how many of them are good? How many of them are bulk secret rares that nobody wants to pull? I'm looking at you, Super Team Buddy 14 Knight. I'm looking at Overdone Burial and those secret rare Vendred cards. And, you know, Pendulum Paradox, even though that was a really good card. It shouldn't have been a secret rare though, but things like that nobody wants to pull. That not a lot of people are going to play because no value. But we're going to tackle that today. So, all 8 secret rares have been confirmed. So, the first one being Italy. Astro Nightmare Italy, if you can't tell by the picture. By the way, shoutouts to Italian Yu-Gi-Oh! I think for leaking this information yesterday. I was going to make a video yesterday, but I went to locals and got in a tournament and got first place. So, that is on with it. So, Astro Nightmare Italy, is it going to see play? I think it will. Some play. Link Censure decks aren't really too big right now, except for maybe Orcus. And okay, if you have Summon Stork and Rusty, you're still not really able to drop this. I think you can drop it regardless. I just don't think you can shuffle things back to the deck unless the total link rating on the board is 8. I think that's what it is, but this is in German, so I can't read it. But even if you weren't like trying to hand trap your opponent with it, I'd still think it would see play because War Legacy Burgeoning is also coming out in this set, you know, for those nice Calamities combos. So I feel like you're gonna need at least one of these anyway. So this is a really nice secret rare, nice and welcome. That's a thumbs up for me. So again, we already know what all 8 secret rares are. I'm just gonna go through all of them in case a lot of you aren't aware of what they all are. Next, Mekhanite Crusadia Ashram. Another really good one. Really solid Link 4. You can use for going second. We need more generic Link 4s, guys. That's Firewall and Gumlar were like the only two like generic, and Saryuja were the only 3 generic Link 4s that were really being played. 2 of them are banned, and 1 of them people want on the chopping block next. I don't know what's with people and going after Link 4s, but I'm like, wow, what's next? Is Ashram gonna be next for people to want banned or limited or whatnot? I don't know, but anyway, this is a very solid Link 4. If it was an ultra rare, it would have been nice too. But again, I'm glad that a really good card is taking up the secret rare slot rather than a bulk secret that nobody wants to pull. So again, Mekhanite Ashram, it's generic. I see a lot of decks playing this card. Another thumbs up for me. You know, this is also something that everybody's gonna need a copy of, like Borload, like Boral Sword. This is another one of those cards that everybody should have at least one copy of. So good solid secret rare all around. I like it. So we're gonna scroll over a few times. Now, next, well, I'm gonna go over this in a little bit because this is a part of a picture with 4 other secrets. But this, the Baby Firewall Dragon, I think this is gonna be the least valued secret rare in the entire set. That's saying a lot because this card's really good. But I don't think there's too many applications for it to be used outside of Dragon decks, because if it's special summon, I think it has to be special summon. I'm not sure. Again, it's in German. I can't read it. But I think if it's special summon, you can banish any monster on the field and add a monster from the deck to the hand with the same type and attribute, but a different name than the card you banished. And since that's a dark dragon, you can normally just add darkness metal with that card, which is really good. Now, if I'm saying a card like this is a bulk secret, well, that is going to be the least valuable secret rare, that lets you know that all the other secret rares are really, really good. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. So, we've gone through 3 secret rares already. Here's the other 4, or here's 4 more. So, Cherubini of the Burning Abyss, right off the bat. For anyone who actually thought that Konami would not make this a secret rare, I don't know where you've been hiding. Konami knows us Westerners loves our Burning Abyss. We love Burning Abyss a lot. And to expect this to be any less than a secret rare, I don't know what you're doing. Next, we got this new freaking hand trap. We're already getting a hand trap out of here. By the way, 8th secret rare. No None and Blooming Dogwood. Of course that's gonna be C rare. It's Ghost Girl. But this is just another hand trap. The last thing we need is more hand traps, guys. If over a quarter of your deck is taken up by hand traps, that is a glaring issue that is going on. So for those of you who don't know, this is a card known as No Material. You can only activate it when you control no cards, so like infinite or permanent. So if you're going first, this card's dead. And you can only activate it on a special summon monster. So if your opponent special summons a monster, you can discard this card, target one of those special summon monsters, and you can't tribute it, and it can't be used as any kind of material. Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link. I'm not sure if that's permanent for as long as that monster's on the board, or if it only lasts for the turn, but either or, this is like really, really bad. Now, a lot of people think that's good, but you're ending a lot of people's turns. Like, a lot of people were saying, oh, you can use this against Salamangreat and stuff, but I'm looking at Orcus. Like, this is like way stronger against Orcus. If you drop this when they summon Nightmare Phoenix or Mermaid, their turn is over. They can't make Mermaid. And they essentially just lost the game immediately. Because, you know, if your turn is skipped in 2019, you lost. That is basically, that's modern Yu-Gi-Oh! If your turn got skipped, you lose. That's why I don't like Joel and Lockbird. Skipping your opponent's turn 0 is not okay. But I don't like this card because of how abusable it is. Now, granted, it does have a check and balance to where if I make my opponent go first, they can't use this card. So, there's that. But anyway, again, just another hand. We have 2 hand traps in this set. We don't need any more hand traps. Alright. So, that's enough of that. Cherubini, I already talked about that. World Chalice Miko. Another excellent secret rare. By the way, no material, of course it's going to be a good secret rare. I think it's going to be like $40 to $60 easy. Miko. Excellent secret rare. Now, I understand that a lot of Chalice players kind of wanted this to be maybe an Ultra or a Super like it was in the OCG, just to be a little bit more budget, but the card is generic, guys. It's very, very generic. If it wasn't generic, it wouldn't be secret rare, guaranteed. But the fact that it's generic makes it a lot more splashable and a lot more decks. Danglong 2.0, as some people say. It's unfortunate. But it looks really nice as a secret rare, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done any Miko combos yet because the biggest question that I still had that's very, very important for World Chalice combos involving Miko, just one question that really determined a lot, and that is, are we getting Crystron Needle Fiber? Because Miko, a lot of Miko's combos involve Crystron Needle Fiber, point blank. If you know, that is one thing I needed to know before I even started doing combos with Miko. If I'm doing combos with Needle Fiber and we don't get Needle Fiber, then it's pointless. because Miko is a tuner itself. That's why Miko plus Neofiber is just so good. But now that we know that Neofiber isn't confirmed, I mean, okay, all the secret rare slots are filled, but Konami would be just on some drugs if they didn't make Neofiber a secret rare. So I'm assuming it's not in this set. But yeah, Miko is just excellent card. So that's why I haven't done any Miko combos yet. But now that I know that Neofiber is not confirmed, now I can start getting started with Miko combos, or for World Chalice and all that stuff, before we get this set, because I always want to be prepared with a certain deck build, combos, everything before the card even comes out. I want to already be prepared. Signet mining, guys. A lot of people are upset that this is a secret rare, and not because it's a bulk secret. It's a good secret rare because it's fairly generic, because a lot of decks can use quite a few Cyberse monsters. It's just the fact that people don't want it to be a secret rare because it would be expensive. Now, granted, if Salmon Grade don't get hit at all, then Signet mining won't be very expensive because there's no reason for Salmon Grades to play this card. But if things like Gazelle or Circle get hit, then mining will probably, start seeing play by Salmon Grade players. Then that would kind of just drive the price up a little bit more. That's going to be something that you got to look out for. But yeah, so I don't think it'll be too expensive, but I know it might be a pretty valuable secret rare. Again, this is another secret rare I wouldn't complain to pull, because there's something for everybody with that card. Like the fact that, hey, you can Signet mining for any Cyberse monster, guys. Any level 4 lower Cyberse, that's really strong. You can, get into your debug if you're playing Salmon Grade. If I'm playing World Chalice, I can get into my my Draco net. I can get into my Draco net and just access Miko that way. The fact that Signet mining and Miko is in the same set and they're both secret rares, they kind of go together, especially if you plan to play Draco net. So again, Signet mining, I understand why it's a secret rare, and it's a good secret rare. It's a good card in general. Did it deserve a secret rare slot? I'm not sure. I mean, Ultra would have been nice, but hey, again, at least it's not a bulk secret rare. I mean, in the future it might be. And then again, in the future, Cyberse might be like really, really strong, and this card might be primed to just shoot up really, really high in the future, especially if we get all those like broken code talkers and those Signet cards. Watch out, guys. Signet mining might be primed to just really, really get really expensive. So ultra rares, we finally get the Merma Link monster. Finally, She-Orcus Dingirsu, or True Orcus Dingirsu, I believe that's the English name. It's an ultra rare. A lot of people thought either this or Orchestrated Climax was going to be the secret rare. I'm kind of glad it's not. I wouldn't complain if Dingirsu was a secret rare. That way we just have more really good cards of secret. But for people who are looking to play a nice competent deck on a budget and all that, you got yourself an ultra rare. Ultra rares were never known to be that expensive, especially when pulling ultra rares is so easy. Now, this might be one of the more expensive ultra rares because Dingirsu is so good. That's something you have to keep in mind. But Dingirsu is an ultra rare, and Orchestrated Climax is a super rare. Something else to note. But looking here, guys, that right there, that Manhunt, that's a super rare. Manhunt is a freaking super rare. A lot of people thought that was going to be secret. Had that have been a secret over the mini Firewall Dragon, everybody would be buying boxes, period. Because there would be something for everybody. Control and combo decks alike. But Manhunt is something you guys got to look out for. Don't forget about Manhunt. Manhunt is one hell of a card for control decks. I wouldn't doubt that you might see Ultra guys topping again because of Manhunt. The card is ridiculous, guys, so look out for that card. All in all those secret rares, the Firewall one and the Signet mining might be the worst two, but they're still good cards that will see some play. Like, for sure, they're going to see some play. And that's what investing in. Is it worth buying sealed product for this set right here? 100% I say yes. Okay, 95%, but still, great value right here, guys. Again, 8 Secret Rares, Cherubini, No Material, the new hand trap, Miko, Cynet Mining, Mech Knight Crusadia, Astrum, Italy, the Baby Firewall, and No None and Blooming Dogwood. Those, at least 6 of those 8 Secret Rares are absolutely great. They're fantastic Secret Rares. I recommend you guys getting this. And yeah, you got good Ultra Rares too, guys. She-Orchestra and Gearsu is an Ultra Rare. I forget what else is Ultra. I'll have to look that up for you guys, but yeah, guys, I think this is worth it, man. I don't think we have any pre-sale prices because it's still really early. You know, we're still a week, over a week before the sneak peeks, so I don't think there's any pre-sale prices up, guys. But look out for this set, guys. This is a Maximum Crisis kind of set. Again, every set, every course set in April, May-ish, that is always the money set of the year. Every single time. It never fails. Flames of Destruction last year, same thing. Maximum Crisis of the year before, same thing. You know, it's a repeating pattern. So let me know what you guys think about this, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and